So I need everybody one moment apiece, real quick.
Radio.
Tune in to the
Shakedown.
Real Talk Radio.
Shakedown Radio.
Real Talk.
Keep it real, we keep it raw.
The Shakedown. Shake.
Yes, it's your boy K6 here. Welcome to the ShakeDown Radio Showcase live. Once again, we got a special edition, Dreamcatchers and Dream Stealers. We're going to talk about it, baby, and let you know. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, smash that button, and show your team members some love. Also, make sure you follow us on all the other social media, like Facebook. Like right now, we live on Facebook. Our Snapchat. So we got SoundCloud. If you missed this episode, you can always go back to iTunes, and you can find us on iHeartRadio and Spotify. Make sure if you follow us right now on Facebook Live, make sure you share the video. Show the people some love. Show us some love like we get ready to do. And like always, I got my home team in the house. Katrina Diamond, what's up, baby?
Hey, everybody.
Yeah,
Hey.
That's her. Also,
Hey.
also on the right of me, I got my main man, like always, Mr. Flick It Up.
You already know how we get down. This is your boy, Mr.
The Flick It Up.
Let's turn up.
Yes. It's going to be a great episode. Also, I got another little special guest. Her name's KK, right? Hey, Miss KK, how are you?
Hello. How are you?
Hello. So what we did here, we brought somebody a little younger, in their early 20s to come on the show to get their opinion as well. You know what I mean? And it's my pleasure to have Miss KK, a.k.a. I'm her daddy. Also, we got a special guest, Miss Lori Barr. How are you, Miss Lori?
Me.
Lori, are you there?
Oh, that's your niece?
Hi. Yes, I'm here. Hi, guys. How's everyone doing this evening?
Hey, we're doing great. I am so glad to have you on the show tonight about Dreamcatchers and Dream Stealers. I think this is a great topic to have. And as me and you talked before in the past, actually a few days ago, and we were getting in a deep conversation about it, which I thought it was wonderful. So my take on it, before we get deep into this, my take on it, we all realize that a dream doesn't just magically happen. It takes us blood, sweat, tears, hard work, and determination. You know what I mean? That's something we definitely got to have when we start putting a dream together. And also, I strongly believe that don't allow anybody else to catch your dream, right? A lot of times we get caught up and we allow other people's to catch our dream. But before we can even have a dream, we must dream first. We must dream first. And at the same time, we must come to a realization and be honest with ourselves when we have these dreams, right? Also, when you have these dreams, you can be safe and be good at it, or you want to take chances and be great.
Mm-hmm.
And who take chances and make these mistakes will help improve their dream and help improve their chances. See, I'm one of those individuals that like to take the chances that have challenges to it so I can overcome it. And I believe taking chances is living your life, and sometimes doors are open and closed, but we must figure out which ones we got to take. I always take chances, once again, that has these challenges on it. You know what I mean? Because I like to try to get out there like this show. I love to try to get out there like this show. And what I'm going to do, stay home and knit. And everybody know I don't knit. Katrina Diamond can knit, but I don't knit. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take these chances. We must live our lives and improve only when we take these chances. And first, most difficult risk that we can take It's just staying true to ourselves. Now listen what I'm saying now. You got to be careful who we surround ourselves with when we do these. We must be careful who we surround ourselves with. Because someone who smiles too much in your face, they the first one frowning behind your back. Right? So fake friends, like fake friends, right? Fake friends are like shadows, right? This is how I put it. Fake friends are like shadows. They always near you, right? When the moments are bright. But nowhere to be found when you're in your darkest hours. At all, nowhere. Right? I call those dream stealers. True friends, though, when you got those true friends, they're like stars, right? They're always there, but half of the time you don't even see them. Half of the time you don't, but at that point when you need them, they're there. When you need them, they're there. Just like a star. When you need them, they're there. And I would say most people want us to see us do better. But here's the catch. A dream stealer don't want you to do no better than them.
Yes.
Right? They want you to do better, but they don't want you to do better than them. So
I know a couple of those.
I always say be very careful who you share your dreams with and also who you share your problems with. Because remember, not every friend that smiles with you is your best friend.
Yes. Your best friend got a best friend.
A friend that stands in the pressure is more valuable than 100 friends that stands in your pleasure. Right? So, you know how we live in our past and it's dull and it's lonely and it's lonely business. And looking back, it constrain your neck, right? Looking back constrain your neck muscles, right? Because what happens when we looking back and we strain our neck muscles and we keep walking forward looking back, we tend to bump into people that's not going in our way. They're not going the same way we're doing. But we spending half of our time looking back. You know what I mean? What's going on in the behind us and whatnot. But if we surround ourselves around the right people, we don't have to look back. Man, I'm going to leave it with this quote, and we're going to get deeper into this, man. There's a quote a man told me. He said, a new broom sweeps clean, but an old broom knows the corner. I'm leaving it like that. Hey, listen, I told y'all this was a deep topic. This deep for me. Because when I started this podcast and thought of this podcast, and Mr. Flick It Up will tell you, I thought of this podcast probably about 5 months ago before I started launching it. And we had a bunch of people that wanted to be involved with it and so forth, and we started getting things going. Flick It Up is like that star. Me and him don't talk much, but he there when I need him. You know what I mean? That's one thing I can say. He there when I need him. When I finally came around and say, Flick It Up, yo, man, we about to launch this podcast. You ready? He said, I'm here, man. Let's go. That's all he said. But now everybody else that's seeing us do good, that didn't get on board from the beginning, now want to come on board. And Miss Lori, the reason I brought you on this show, because you deal with people in the media industry. You deal with people in fashion shows, business. I mean, give us a backstory, Miss Lori, love, of the things that you do and the people that you run into.
Well, okay, so I'm a host of my own podcast called In My City, and where we interview businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, promoters, and we get their concepts, their goods and services out to the audience. And I've been very fortunate to meet various of different people, business owners as such as restaurant owners, and just like you said, a stylist, a boutique owner, and the people that I've been blessed to run into are business owners who are trying to establish themselves as well as put themselves out there. So running into dream stealers and dream catchers, I've been actually blessed right now to run into a lot of dream catchers. Stealers,
Right.
Stealers, I can say when I first started. When I first started, telling people, just like K6 said, you can't tell everybody everything. Everybody's not for you. So I did run into that when I first started, and giving people what my dream was, and hearing the negativity, like, girl, you don't know what you're doing. You got to have a degree in this. You have to have a degree in that. You can't go out there and do any of that stuff.
I must agree. I must agree.
That's where I started, and because I have faith, and because I do have a very good support system, I took all those naysayers and pushed them to the back and kept on moving, because I do have now a lot of dream catchers with me, helping me build what I'm doing now, which is my network, the Emerging Black Network.
Emerging Black Network. What is that network based on, Emerging Black?
Oh, my gosh. Emerging Black Network. Okay, so Emerging Black Network is we are unapologetically black. We promote black businesses. We do we brand. We do business development. And then we also do production. We have 2 magazines coming. We have one coming out and one already out. So we do various different things. But what we do also is pull in these black-owned businesses into a community where we help develop them, as well as we help develop the communities that we're in.
Which that's what a lot of our black-owned business need.
I love it. I love it.
Thanks, sis. We're just trying to get the message out, and we're trying to promote each other and build each other up, not tear each other down.
That's right. We just had a segment on that. You guys got a website? You got a website?
Yes, we do. It's emergeblack.com. So that's EMERGE black.com.
Emergeblack.com.
So we'll definitely get that information up on our Facebook and also on our other social medias. Stay tuned. We also working on the website. Is under development. Hopefully that'll be up, launch, and running. So we'll have the ShakeDown website, and everybody that comes on the show, we'll definitely post information up. Once again, I want to thank everybody that's tuning in right now to the ShakeDown Radio Showcase right here. Make sure you give us support by going to our YouTube channel. Smash that button. Show your team members some love. Also, today's episode is about dream catchers and dream stealers. We got a special guest, Lori Barr. I appreciate you coming, Ms. Lori.
Thank you for having me.
I also was hearing that when you started your adventures into your podcast and your other avenues, that you had a bunch of dream stealers. As you was going through that process, how did you handle those dream stealers? What did it take? Because we got a lot of young people out there that are trying to do the same exact thing or do avenues that you went and don't know how to handle those dream stealers.
One of the things that I definitely did was research. And when I did my research, and I followed and I subscribed to other podcasters. Listen, I am a YouTube student. Okay? So I love YouTube. I'm telling YouTube University, I am one of their A+ students. If there's an honor roll, I'm on it. So I definitely would say do your research.
Yes, I agree.
Find mentors.
Yes.
Definitely find mentors. And if you believe in it, there's one thing that I had to get over, which was fear. And the only thing that can stop you from your dreams is you. No one else can stop you from your dreams, just you. So I had to get over myself and do that jump. Like everyone says, sometimes you just got to jump in it, right? So do your research, find mentors, and just jump, because you really will have this. You really will. You can do anything you put your mind to it. You just got to be consistent with it, and you've got to be true to yourself. That's it.
Yeah.
Just be true to yourself and know that you got this.
Consistency is everything when you're doing a dream. One thing I learned over the past, consistency is everything. You can't start something and halfway do it. Even when you are exhausted and you're tired and you feel like you can't do it anymore, you got to push that extra edge, because that extra edge is that point that you actually are true jumping from that cliff.
Yeah. And you learn from your mistakes.
You learn from your mistakes.
You learn from your mistakes. Your mistakes.
That's how scientists. Yes, it does. It does, because people look at mistakes as a negative thing. Mistakes are not negative if you learn from them. If you keep making the same mistakes, that's where it becomes a problem. That's where it becomes a problem.
That's called not to offend nobody, but that's called retarded. I mean, if you already,
it's also called insanity.
Yeah. I mean, you can say it like that, but still, though, because some people, like, you can tell them that, hey, this is what it is, and then they go there and then they see it that it is that way, and then they go right back to the same thing. Like, I feel like that's retarded. That's like running into the wall again and again and again. You know what I mean? Like, till your forehead bleed, like, what it's going to take? Until you get knocked out, or what it is? What? I don't know. That's called.
Think about that. Most people, you say be true to yourself, but most people don't even know who they are yet.
Right.
So how can you be true to something they don't know?
Yeah.
I kind of get that. I get that. But then again, too, I don't know. It's so important for me to have my me time and to get to know me. It's so important for me to do that. And I do recommend that for everyone.
Right.
And part of the research is getting to know yourself.
Yes.
You must get to know yourself when you're trying to do any adventure. If you're trying to do
hold on. So when y'all say getting to know yourself, is it you trying to say, do you have the ability, or what? Or are you capable of doing it, or what? Like, because when you saying to get to know yourself,
right,
I mean.
So let me take this real quick, flick it up, and then I'm gonna let Lori put her own her opinion and her expertise on it. So anything that you get ready to get in, whatever business, whatever ventures you got to get into, you need to get to know yourself if you have the capability to even be able to handle any project like that. Can you handle other people personality? How would you handle those people personalities? Can you handle can you handle the business aspects of it, the bookkeeping? What do you need to do? Do I need to get team members to get on and do that? It's evaluating yourself on the capabilities that you can have for any adventure, right? We're going to make mistakes when we start a business, but a lot of times we make unnecessary mistakes. That if we took the time out to get to know who we are, what our capabilities are, that's what I believe in, getting to know yourself.
You know what, Kay? I couldn't say it better myself, because that's exactly what it is. I'm going to tell you, I am horrible when it comes to math. So when it comes to my finances, no, I have an accountant, and my husband is very, very good at math. He's the logical thinker. I'm the dreamer. I am not going to lie. I'm the big dreamer. I come up with the big dreams, and then I can plan. I can do that. But when it comes to finances, oh, no. I have to be controlled. I'm like, honey, this is what I want to spend. This is what I want. And he goes, girl. No. So, yes, you need to know. I'm good about knowing what I can do and what I can't do. But, yes, that's what I did. I actually sat down with pen and paper, and I did pros and cons. I did my strengths and weaknesses. There's something called a SWOT, where you put down your strengths, your weaknesses, it's threat, and I can't remember what the A is right now. But
Right.
it's an analysis that you do on yourself, and you just be honest about yourself. What can you do? What can't you do? And then what you can't do, you find people that can do that for you. Again, get mentors, and you find mentors who are doing the same thing that you want to get into. And also, don't get into business because you just want to be a business owner. Make sure it's a passion, something that you're passionate about that you want to do. Because then if it's not a passion, it becomes a job. I don't have a job. I have a love for what I do, and I make money off of it.
Right. We got a watcher that says research the adventure so you will know exactly what you're getting into. And that comes from
Yes.
Alfred D. Jones. He's absolutely right. You should do your research, as Lori said, on it. We got KK on the line. She's young. KK, you tried to start a few businesses yourself. What are the obstacles that you ran into, and what type of business that you tried to start?
Most of my obstacles were basically investing in myself. Like, I was really scared to invest in me and the quality of my work, just because it was a lot of, okay, what if? That scared me, and me not knowing, okay, how to start it. And I'm a steps person. Like, I like to have steps. I like to write stuff down, and it was a lot of things, like, you know, the pros and the cons of things I didn't know how to do. So it's kind of, I didn't know how to go about teaching myself how to do certain things, and it kind of scared me off, and a lot of other life things got in the way that just discouraged me from it.
So basically pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, because I put a lot of pressure on I'm my biggest critic, and a lot of people will look at stuff I do and be like, oh, that's great, but to me it was like, that was not my best work, you know? So I hold myself to a higher standard, and if I feel like I can't go all in, I get a little discouraged. You know, not saying that everything's going to happen at one time.
Right.
But when I want something, I like to get to it and start working on it. And if I feel like I can't put my all in it, it's kind of like it just fade away, basically.
Right. Lori, anything you want to say to that? Any advice?
What I first want to say is, and because you're right, we all are our own biggest critic. There's nobody who can criticize us better than ourselves. I kind of want to ask you a question. What was your last business?
I wouldn't say my last business. I'm still doing it. It's just that other stuff gets in the way to where, like, I can't invest all of my time into it. And I know entrepreneurship is kind of like you have to jump out there and invest your time.
Okay. These other things, are they people or things?
More like life.
They're like life.
Yeah.
Responsibilities. So is one of your stocks financial?
Yes.
Okay. All right. When we get off air, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But
can't get everything out, huh?
Everything, okay? So, because I'm going to tell you, life, nothing that you're saying right now, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I just want you to hear what I'm telling you, right? What you're saying to me right now are excuses. That's what they are. They're excuses because of fear. Because you've already said it. It's fear is what's stopping you. So these things are excuses that are fueling your fear. Again, the only thing that can stop you is you. Because everything else there is out there. That's why I told you when we get off this line, you and I are going to talk. Because now you're telling me one of your issues is finances. So now when I come to you and I'm giving you answers to your issues, I'm going to see what you're going to do with them after that. I'm telling you, the only thing that's stopping you right now is you. Stop. Let it go and jump. Jump.
And Jake, keep
Jump
going.
this.
You
Jump.
gotta take that risk. You gotta take that chance. You know what I mean? You gotta keep
and
going.
that's what business is. Yeah, that's what business is.
Yeah.
It's a risk. And yes, you said it because you said everything yourself. I was listening to you clear.
Right.
You said that you know everything is not going to come right now. It's true. It's not.
Right.
It takes time. It builds. You know, like they say, what they say, your first profit and loss, your first 3 to 5 years. Don't look to make nothing. Don't, because you are building your business. That is true.
Correct.
Right. So if people have already done the math and everything and then told us 3 to 5 years, don't look for nothing. After that, everything's going to be great. Then that's what we got to stick to, 3 to 5 years. Okay, we know that we're going to be investing in our company. We know that there's outlets out there where we can find people to invest in us. All we need to do, and when we come to the investing, is time and energy. We got that.
You got it. You got it. Listen, there's a lot of resources out there to help finance. Plus, you must share some of your dreams and adventures with your family members or the ones that's going to support you.
Yes.
With parents or dads or spouses, so they know exactly where you at, so they can actually provide some of the resources. A lot of times we'll sit there and say, "Oh, we can do this ourselves. I can do this myself. I'm not going to involve nobody else into it because it's my dream. I don't want them to take over." And when we say, "Oh, I don't want the family member to take," that's the fear that we also put into place of that.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So there's times that, man, Will Smith said something, man, and if you guys follow him, I follow him. He said something, fear can cause the greatest tragedies in mankind. Some of the greatest atrocities, some greatest tragedies in mankind. I had to sit back and think of that. Man, that was so profound. Because no matter what we do or what goes on, a lot of it is based off fear. We start wars based off fear.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The stock market crashes based off fear.
Based on fear. Yeah. The minute somebody says something bad about us,
I'm about to lose my money.
What was that, Lori? I missed that.
Start pulling. Hey, no, I was just saying exactly that when you said the stocks. It's like that's exactly what happens, right? We get one bad thing about the business. What we start doing, we start pulling our money. First thing we start doing, it's fear.
It's fear.
It's fear.
Absolutely.
Nobody want to lose all their money.
Listen, Will Smith said it very, very well. Nobody wants to lose their money. But then again, what happens? Those who are very smart about what they did and research what they do, they start buying up those stocks because what? They cheap, right? we got to. You know, it was so funny because I'm into politics and everything like that. And when our current president, because I ain't gonna say no names, current president became president, everybody was in uproar. I was upset, yes, I was, because I was saying from the very beginning, I don't know why people were, but I'm not going to go there. But what I will say is, I looked at the silver lining of the whole thing, right? Our current president is a businessman.
Correct.
So this is what I started to tell my friends, right? I said, listen, this is our time right now. Right now is our time to start going and owning our own businesses and buying up land, because this man was both in real estate and business. And if anything this man is going to focus on, it's going to be those two things. We need to start investing in ourselves. Does anybody know how much money went to small businesses? Is anybody paying attention to the tax breaks and stuff that businesses are getting right now?
Right.
On my y'all just answer that question.
Yeah, I'm definitely, well, me as a business owner, listen, there's a lot of things that we don't like about Trump. We don't like his racism. There's a lot of things. We don't like some of the programs he's taken away. But if you're a business owner and a small business owner, you got to appreciate those moves that he's making. Now,
Yes.
a lot of the moves you're not going to appreciate in a business aspect if you keep up what a tariff is, what tariffs are. Tariffs is basically fees, and the
Yes.
fees are based on imports and export. Now, if you deal with in some type of those business, here's the thing: it's going to hurt the foreign companies, but it's going to make
Right.
the American companies grow a little bit. Let me tell you, I don't care much for the man, but when it comes to business, the man he ain't dumb at all. Now, some of the stuff may
Right.
come out of his mouth is dumb,
Right.
but when it comes to a business and what's going on, if you start a business right now, do you know that we have right now 15 grants, I believe, that are open that are dedicated to small business because of what he's doing?
Yes.
Yep.
And then women out there, pay attention because a lot of those grants are geared to you.
Yes, they are.
They're geared
Yeah,
to women
yeah, yes.
opening up businesses.
Yes, they are. You absolutely. Can transgender people get those? I'm just asking.
I'm so sorry.
Can transgender people get those women grants? I'm just asking.
I am. That's a research question right there.
No, hey, why? That's a real question, though, man. Why you saying that? It might be.
It is.
I think it is.
That's a
'cause
research question.
They're allowed to go in both bathrooms. So I guess
Both
they
bathrooms.
women and men. So
No,
they get to go in both bathrooms. They
no,
can use
I don't
whatever
think they're
bathroom they
allowed to
wanna
go
use.
in both bathrooms.
Listen,
Yeah.
But they
listen, the law says it's the way how you interpret it.
correct.
If you can interpret it and it goes in your way, hey, you got it.
Hey, I mean, they saying they can go in there, so I guess that's the law. They're allowed to.
Hey, listen up. I appreciate everybody tuning in to the Shakedown Showcase Radio Live. The ones that are looking right now, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Smash that button. Show your family some love right here on the Shakedown. We are actually right now going Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Instagram Live. We like a production studio right now. We live everywhere. Right now, I know you only see my face, but sooner or later, you're going to see the whole staff and team's face. And I appreciate you guys showing this love on tonight's segment, Dream Catchers and Dream Stealers. So I hope we gave you guys some great information out there, some great knowledge out there. Mr. Flick It Up, anything you want to say to the people?
Man, hey, man, you know, I hope a lot of people is listening. You know what I'm saying? I nerded a little bit. I'm going to be real with you. I think I need to do a little bit more research. So we all need to do some research so we can, you know what I'm saying, so we can see what we could get ourselves into, to, you know, to apply ourselves in being
Right.
bosses and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of research. You know,
Yeah, a lot of research. I need to do some.
listen, when I started this podcast, and like Lori said, I'm a YouTube university. YouTube actually has a school, and Flick It Up, I think I told you I did several classes on it.
Yeah, you're right. You did.
And I spent years doing my research before I launched my pass. One thing I learned about a business or any venture that you're going into, it requires a decent team.
Yes.
It requires a team that has your vision, right? And that can follow
right.
your directions and also give you that feedback that you don't want to hear. A lot of times we fail because we got those friends around. You remember those friends I said that's always smiling? But we need some of those no friends. Nah, I don't think that's going to work at all. We got too many people around us that say, oh, girl, go ahead. Oh, man, you got this, dog. Like some of these rappers' songs, all I hear is, yeah, Bugatti. they in the studio rapping that, and then they homeboy talking about, yo, that's dope. It hit that work. It hit the airport.
That was tight.
That was tight. Thanks, man. We should drop that. That's gonna be a platinum hit.
What?
A platinum
Man,
hit.
that's tight. That's called mumble lyrics.
Yes, I'm gonna call it Mumble Bugatti. Bugatti, Bugatti, Bugatti,
Yeah.
Bugatti.
Bugatti.
Yeah. Oh man, we got a hit, Lori. You can join in too.
Just listen. I'm real old school. I'm sitting here hearing all the Bugatti, and all I can hear is my son be like, "Oh yes, mom, that's Gucci." That's what?
That's Gucci.
What? Gucci, the designer?
That's Gucci.
I'm so old school.
Listen.
It's horrible.
My daughter
I
just
know,
taught
but
me a word the other day.
The next 10 years is going to be Versace.
Yeah. My daughter just taught me the word the other day called dripping. KK, what you said? Dripping? Dripping means what?
Dripping.
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 Oh, dripping. Oh, yeah, you dripping.
Dripping.
Yes.
All right. What sense does that mean?
Yeah, you dripping. You fresh.
What sense does that mean? Because
Yes.
let me explain
like
something to
dripping
you.
in ice.
There's
oh my
only
gosh.
let me explain to you what comes with dripping. You dripping sweat.
What come with dripping?
You dripping sweat. You dripping slob.
Sweat.
You dripping
Hey,
slob.
you know what? I kind of like that, man. You dripping sweat, boy.
Hey, your tears dripping out your mouth, right?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
I'm just saying, dripping. You dripping sauce. If you dripping sauce, you need to know how to eat.
So he said, so I told him, I was like, well, it's the same thing as you got the juice. He said, no, that means you the gangster, ain't you?
Oh, man.
He got the juice.
No,
Listen, Kate, I feel like my parents more and more every day when I listen to my children talk.
man, I get lost. Listen, Lauren, I get lost. You know, I'm in my 40s. I get lost. Now, what happened? What happened to?
Hey, but listen, everybody got to have their turn. Y'all had y'all turn. Y'all know what was going on around that time.
I'm not going to knock it. I'm not going
You
to
know
knock
what I'm saying?
it.
Everybody got their turn.
You're right.
I'm gonna be
You're
real
right.
with you. This millennial thing going on, this is too far, though. This is going too far. We're going a little too far.
I think
Right.
y'all was worse than we are, but, you know, that's just my own
What?
KK,
You think? Nah.
KK, put your mouth to the phone a little bit better, KK, because it sounds like you're far away. You got to put your mouth to the phone a little bit.
Y'all
Or
know y'all worse than us. I think y'all
Nah.
generation was a little bit
Nah. You got to be a 90s baby talking like that.
you know, I think it's just same meaning, different terminology, you know? We all doing the same thing.
No. The 90s baby on up, they all messed up. I'm sorry. They got a whole other, I don't know what to call it, man. Hey, from all the way, listen. The 80s babies, we tried to hold it down, though. We tried to hold it down. But I don't know what happened. I don't know what water we were drinking, what kind of Kool-Aid, what kind of stuff we were getting in our body. And then next thing you know, we're having these 90s babies. I don't know what happened.
Listen, it was those Purdue chickens. I'm telling you. It was those Purdue
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's the chickens, huh?
shooting them up with stuff.
Hold
I'm
up.
telling you.
Exactly.
if y'all haven't seen a movie
Yeah, that
yet,
milk.
y'all should watch this documentary called Rotten. And it's based on the food that we eating. And there's another movie called Boost Up Meat. It's showing what they injecting after the meat has been cut and everything, and the stuff they injecting into the meat just to keep the meat fresh for extra days.
Anything that comes
From an
animal at all.
Zero.
Oh, okay.
So they don't eat eggs, anything that would come from an animal, milk, butter, anything like that, they do not eat at all. So
Hey, that's
from the
gonna be
land.
hard. That's gonna be hard for me right there. That vegan, that's hard. That's real hard.
So
All
hold
that
on.
pork and all
You
that
got
I ate. I don't know, man.
You do got your
That real-
pescatarians as well, so you can come a
Hey,
pescatarian.
listen. Right now, I'm with Trick Daddy. I'm like Trick Daddy. Hey, we been eating pork this long. I ain't died yet. So.
Hey, listen up. Once again, I appreciate everybody tuning in to the Shakedown Radio Showcase live right here. It's your main man. Y'all know how we do. I got my team members and my special guest, Miss Lori. Lori, how you say your whole name completely? I've been
Oh
jacking.
my gosh, no. My whole name is Lori Lovell Barr.
See,
It's Lovell.
Yes, it is. I'm an astronaut.
What did we say? Lovell?
Love,
Man.
Lovell. So I got to tell you a quick story, right? So when I was growing up, right, I always wanted to be an actress.
right?
So when I started school, because my whole name is Lori Ann, so my teachers, my performing arts teachers used to say, "Oh, I love your name, Lori Ann Lovell." So I went with that name all the way up to college, and then I did Black Studies, and noticed that I really need to pronounce my name properly. So I started to pronounce it properly because it's actually a French background. It's Black French, so it's actually Lovell. That's the correct pronunciation of my name.
Lovell.
Lovell.
Lovell. Yes, Lovell.
Lovell.
Yeah.
Lori Lovell Barr.
Lauren? Is it Lauren or Lauren?
I love it.
Hey, listen, Lori.
What?
What is he doing?
Hey, I'm trying.
I play with my name all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm talking about me and K6. We over here just beating our head like, man. How we supposed to pronounce her name? Is it Lovell, Lovell? We don't know what to say.
Hey, Lori, I actually took your whole name apart. I said, okay, we know this is Lori right here, right? And I said, hold up, she got love in there, Love. Hold up, now you put these two L's, take the O out, we got level. Hold up.
Level. Got it all in there. We got it all in there, man.
Hold up. And I said, at least we know the last name is Barr.
Right, so I caught that.
Yeah.
I caught you guys calling me Lori Barr, which is my married name. I love my husband. Shout out to Barkeem Barr. And
right.
so I caught that. I know my middle name, which is my maiden name now is my middle name. So I know a lot of people they always, when they see it, they're like, listen, I'm not even touching that. Her last name is Barr. Her first name is Lori. I got it.
See, hey, listen,
Barr,
here at the Shakedown, we're going to try everything. We like to shake it up. We like to have fun. We're going to try everything. Once again, man, listen, I know we're running a little over our time. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Miss KK, any last words you want to say to the people, to the guests?
Oh, I would say just stay prayed up. You don't know what you need to do. Just pray about it.
Okay.
I love it.
Pray.
Love that.
And Miss Lori, I really appreciate you on the show. Please give the people some final words. Let them know how they can get a hold of you. Let them know your Instagram, all your social media.
Excellent. Guys, just what everyone said, stay prayed up for sure. I'm very big on my faith. And know that God has me first. I know that for sure. Again, it's the same way how I jump out of my fear is because I know that my Father has my back. I don't have to worry about that. Amen. But again, do your research, stay prayed up, and also, again, make sure you find mentors. And you don't have to pay for mentors. You don't have to pay for them, but just make sure you find people who believe in what you do and are doing the same things that you're doing and can actually take you under their wings and educate you at the same time, because that's one of the things that we're doing at Emerging Black, too, as well, is that we're taking people under our wings and we're training them up. Again, I'm Lori Lovell Barr, host of In My City. You guys can find me on Instagram, In My City 2018. On Facebook, it's In My City Central FL. You can also find all my episodes on Emerging Black Network on YouTube as well as on Facebook. You guys follow us at emergeblack.com is our email, is our website. And again, it was a pleasure. Such a pleasure being here with you guys. This was so great. I loved being here with you.
Listen, I'm going to make sure that we're going to follow you on that YouTube and subscribe and also forward all that information out. So if people want to get some advice or how to to get a hold of you, we're going to put that out because we're all about supporting each other like a family and trying to break those mental chains that we still got on each other that we cannot work together. We changing that right here on the Shakedown right now. We working with you.
That's right.
We working with you. Listen, once again,
I love it.
Like I say, every show and in every episode, listen, motivate yourself to inspire others to inspire yourself. On the Shakedown, baby. And you know how we do.
Real Talk Radio.
Real Talk Radio.
Real Talk.
Keep it real.
Yes,
We
sir.
keep it raw.
The Shakedown. Shakedown. Shakedown.